Hey guys, this is Zach Malik here, and I'm doing the review on the 1999 Ford Ranger. This is equipped with the 4-liter V6 engine, the biggest that was uh, offered in that year model. It is 4-wheel drive, manual transmission. So this is not my first vehicle. This is my third vehicle. Yes, I am younger than most people that have 3 vehicles, but nevertheless, I wrecked my Tacoma about 3 months ago or so. So I only got $3 grand out of it, and I got this for $3,500. It's actually pretty nice for the price. Has about 175,000 miles on it, but it still runs pretty smooth. So I'm gonna go ahead and pull out here and show you guys how it drives. A little bit of sound. I've got 31-1050 tires on this, all terrains, and as an older truck, the power steering isn't as good, but it still works fine. Unfortunately, with the all-terrain tires, it is a little louder than most vehicles down the road. There's a lot more noise. I don't know if you can tell in the video or not, but I'm cruising around 60 here, and it's a little more difficult to talk. So I figured I'd show how it handles on back roads and try and see if I can find a straightaway to do a 0 to 60 test. But it actually handles fairly decent. I decided I'd go ahead and take it on a 0 to 60 test. I've never done it in this vehicle, but unfortunately it is a little wet, so it might not be 100% what it should be, but it's a 0 to 60 test. This is a nice empty road, so it should be good here in just a second. And there's 60 right there. That was about 12-ish seconds. Wouldn't expect much more from a little truck. But the 4-liter V6 is actually a pretty decent size engine nevertheless. Now, the 4-liter, as some of you may have heard, isn't exactly the most fuel efficient engine. It is a little more powerful, sucks a little more gas. With the manual transmission, however, if you drive it right, you can get around, I usually get around 14 miles per gallon, which isn't awful. You can drive it however you would like. I unfortunately don't have anywhere to go today. Maybe in a future video I could show you how the 4-wheel drive handles. The 4-wheel drive is actually pretty great. I used to have a Jeep Wrangler, which I used to have to use both hands to pull the lever to change it to 4-wheel drive, but this has just a little switch that I can switch to, and it has a little light that blinks, and it's already in 4-wheel drive just like that. Super easy. From a person going from an $8,500 Tacoma to a $3,500 Ford Ranger, and I'm not even a Ford fan at all, it's actually a pretty decent truck. Another thing I do love about this truck, guys, is the short throw gear shifter. It's a lot shorter than in the Tacoma and the Jeep, and it makes it actually really easy to shift fast. It's actually a pretty decent transmission as well. It's really easy, smooth. There's 60 again in about 15 seconds. Now the interior of this truck, as a smaller truck, you'd think it wouldn't be that big, but it's actually very spacious. I am around 6'2", and the way you can adjust this seat, I fit in there perfectly. I also really like the back. This isn't an extended cab, and these seats just fold down and fold up like that, so taller people can sit in the back. They don't have to have their knees in the back of the seat. Seat belts are in the doors. There are 2 seats back here, 3 seats in the front. However, the middle seat is actually really small, so only really little people can fit there, but it is technically another seat. Now it does have the iconic old green lit Ford dash, unfortunately, but it still works nevertheless. And that was the interior, since there isn't that much to show. The bed is actually, as I said earlier, pretty decent size. It has a decent towing capacity. It's not as good as a full-size truck, of course, but as small trucks go. And guys, that was the 1999 Ford Ranger. If you did like the video, please subscribe. I will have more videos coming up, such as the 2008 C-Class 350 Mercedes. We have 05, I believe, F-250 7.3, and we also have a homemade car that you'll have to tune in to see. Thank you guys.